he is the top defender available in this year's draft based on every single possible evaluation from NC State. Bradley Chubb here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Bradley?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
I appreciate you calling in. We're good. We're better for talking to you. We're better for talking to you.
I appreciate that.
You bet. You bet. So if you could get a sack, force fumble, or an interception based from your position, which would you choose, Bradley? Right off the bat.
I'll take a sack, force fumble.
Why is that? You don't want to pick one off? How many interceptions have you had in your career?
I just had one in my career, but it didn't feel the same as having a sack, force fumble. I feel like a sack, force fumble was more game changer.
Well, what if you took it to the house, though, Bradley?
You can take the fumble to the house.
Okay.
As well.
So were you dropping into coverage to get that pick?
Yeah, I dropped a couple times. Yeah, so I dropped. It was my sophomore year. I dropped into coverage and picked one off against Florida State.
Okay. See, by the way, I'm asking that just to show off all of your talents here. This is kind of like the combine right now, where I'm showing off all of your drills. We did notice, Bradley, at your pro day, as you were going through a drill, Bill Belichick just popped up and just started instructing you. What in the world was that like from your perspective?
It was crazy just because Bill Belichick's one of the best coaches to ever coach the game, has 5 Super Bowl rings, is one of the most noticeable people in my generation when it comes to football. And for him to be at our pro day coaching us up, it was crazy to see. It was a good experience, and I'm glad it happened.
Yeah, but it's different when you're just going. You obviously knew he was there, right? The minute he walked onto the turf? Right.
Yeah, right. And you can see that he was there talking to Coach Doran and all that, but you're trying not to make eye contact with him and all that just because so nervous and stuff.
You don't want to make eye contact, but then he jumps out and he starts instructing you. I mean, that's
yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. I mean, that had to be something.
Yeah, it was mind blowing, to be honest with you. I was starstruck the whole time. I tried to hide it by doing the drill right there.
And then he came up to you afterwards, right? As well.
Yeah, he did. They started talking to me. He said something like, "You won't be there when we pick," but yeah, we both laughed it off. But yeah, it was crazy.
So where do you think you go, Bradley Chubb here on the Rich Eisen Show? Where do you think you are going to be picked, Bradley?
Wherever team feels like I'm the best fit for him, I guess. I mean, I don't want to say a certain team and want to say a certain pick and end up like not being there, and I'm overthinking it and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to go whatever team feels like I'm the best fit for that team.
Well, I mean, what are you hearing? Tell me what you're hearing.
I'm hearing a lot of stuff, honestly, like, of course, like the mock drafts and stuff says like New York and Indianapolis and Cleveland and all that, but you just never know. You know it, like I know, you just never know.
Yeah. How many of those mock drafts do you pay attention to?
I try not to pay attention to many just because they're all over the place and sometimes they're inaccurate, you know what I'm saying? So I just try not to pay attention to them. But I definitely see them just being on my phone and stuff on social media and following the NFL on Instagram and stuff, seeing it like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, I mean, you were basically in the first few mock drafts. You were penned into 3rd overall to Indianapolis, and then obviously they traded out. So let's go, I guess, one by one here. Have you visited with Cleveland, Bradley?
No, I had not.
Have they reached out to you to visit with them?
No, I met with them at the combine. No, that's about it.
Okay. The Giants, I know you just had a visit with them, correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
And I heard you showed up in a suit and tie. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Why is that?
It's a job interview, and it was something, I mean, I showed up to all my visits in suit and tie just because I wanted to make it known that I'm serious about my job, and I want to be a part of whatever franchise that I visited, and I just want to make a good impression.
Okay. Now, what was your 40 time at the combine?
4.65.
Okay. What would your 40 time be in a suit and tie like me? What do you think?
I like what you did with that 602, but I think I probably could go at least 4.9 something.
Bradley, look, man, you came up with your first red flag in this interview, unfortunately. 602 is an old time. I ran a 5.96 this year. Do not cheat me on the 5/100ths of a second.
Oh, my bad. I didn't realize you ran the 5.96 this time.
Hey, look, you've been up to your own things. I understand. I get it.
Yes,
but it's interesting that you show up in a suit and tie. What was the visit with the Giants like for you, Bradley?
It was real well. I mean, it went real well. Everybody was positive around me. Everybody was good to see me. Was happy to see me. I was happy to see them. It was just a good experience, and got a chance to talk to Mr. Gettleman and the D coordinator, linebacker coach, D-line coach. I mean, it was just all positive.
Okay. Have you visited with the Jets?
No, sir, I haven't.
Oh, okay. So then let's go to the Broncos. What about them, Bradley?
No, sir, I haven't.
What would it mean to you to be drafted by them and put on the same line as Von Miller?
That would be crazy. I mean, Von Miller, like I said in my interviews before, Von Miller is one of the guys I look up to, one of the guys I try to model my game after. So if I got a chance to actually play with him, it would be crazy.
Have you visited with the Colts?
Just at the combine and at school. Nothing at their
So then who have you personally visited other than the Giants?
The Bears and the Bucks.
Bears and the Bucks. Yeah, you're not going down there. You're not. Well, I mean, you're not going to be drafted down there. Somebody's going to maybe come up and get you in that regard. Are you going to the draft?
Yes, I'm gonna be in Dallas.
Who's with you? Who's coming with you?
My whole family, my girlfriend, my friends from high school, and all that. So, got a lot of people.
So you're plus what? Bradley Chubb plus what at the draft?
Plus about 12, 13.
Damn. Okay. Have you gotten your suit picked out for the draft then?
Yeah, I picked it out about not a month ago, a week ago.
Okay, it's fine if it's a month ago. I'd have picked it out 10 years ago if I was somebody as talented as you. So what do you have? Can you give me a little hint what it's going to be? No?
Nah, I can't give you a hint. You'll see it on the 26th.
Okay, custom lining? Is it a custom line situation?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, shoes? You got that picked out?
Yeah, I got the shoes picked out. They're custom as well, so you'll see those as well.
Okay, so custom lining, custom shoes.
Okay.
Coming correct. What's your relationship with Mario Williams, Bradley?
We talked a couple of times. One of the times we talked was after I got the number, and the number 9, of course. And we just talked like 2 or 3 times after that. It's just all been positive. He's been encouraging me the whole time, and that's pretty much it. I haven't really reached out to him in this process just because I've been so busy, but I'm pretty sure he's cheering for me still.
Okay. And so what's the strangest question you were asked at the Combine, Bradley?
I was put through like a math test, it was like a math test kind of.
What do you mean?
It was so they started off asking me to remember 4 words when I first walked in, and then they asked me like 10 times 2, that plus 18, that, and like that went on for like 15 minutes.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So you walk into an interview room, an NFL team has 15 minutes with Bradley Chubb, NC State defensive end, who may be the first pick in the draft, certainly for a defensive player, and sit you down and give you a math equation.
Like the longest math test I could possibly think of, like 15 minutes, straight, rapid fire, and then at the end of the interview, they tell me to repeat the 4 words back to them.
What 4 words? What do you mean the 4 words that you heard when you first walked in the room?
Yeah, the first words that they told me when I first walked in.
Did you repeat those 4 words?
Yeah, I was money with them.
You were money. What were the 4 words?
Yeah.
Do you remember the 4 words?
I remember 2 of them. It was like yellow and baseball.
What in the holy heck? Did you get the math equation correct?
Yeah, I did.
What was this team? Give me the name of the team, Bradley Chubb. Cough it up. What do you got for me?
I can't give it. I don't want to give up their secrets and all that, so people know when they go in a room with this team what to expect.
Okay, I got it. Can you at least tell me the conference? What conference? American or National Football Conference in the NFL?
American.
Does it rhyme with Schmatriots?
No.
Okay. Very good. Jeez. Would it have been wrong, Brockman, you tell me with Bradley on the phone here, if the 4 words, they told me 4 words at the top, and then say, repeat the 4 words.
Sure.
And I would say the 4 words were GTFO, and then walk out. Would that have affected my draft stock?
Nothing to do with football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Got it.
My gosh.
Stupid.
Well, look, Bradley, you nailed it. You got it right. You got it right.
Sir.
So thanks for the time. I look forward to seeing you in your custom lining and your custom shoes and then bringing your game to the NFL.
Yes, sir, definitely. It was good talking to you.
You got it. At Astro Chubb, right? On Twitter?
Right. Yes, sir.
What's the Astro? What's the Astro for?
So me and my brother, like, we really started like a while back. He was in love with the rapper Future. And Future always called himself an astronaut, and then so my brother started calling himself Astronaut, and I was Astro Junior. And then we just took it and ran with it.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Well, you keep balling out the way you do. You can tell Future that story yourself, I'm sure. Very
Yes,
soon.
yes, sir, definitely.
All right, Bradley, good luck to you. We'll chat in Dallas.
I appreciate it.
You got it. That's Bradley Chubb, NC State defensive end, at Astro Chubb on Twitter.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.